Hi there, Ice Cream Geeko here, and today's review is for the Dr. Oetker Ristorante Pizza Quattro Stagioni. It's a true fest of pizzas. We've got everything on here. We've got mushrooms, we've got salami, we've got tuna, then we've got spinach, we've got some paprika stuff on there. Or is that tomato? I do not know. I think I never had any pizza like this one. I'm not sure about it, but I saw this reduced in my local Globus, and I just had to go for it. So we're going to try this out today. Let's take a look at the nutrition table. We've got 224 kilocalories on 100 grams and 829 for one pizza. Yeah, got a bit of fat in here, got a bit of sugar and carbohydrates, a bit of protein, a bit of salt. Yeah, 33 grams of protein in here. Wow, that's a true bodybuilder's meal, I guess. There we've got the ingredients list. Pizza richly topped with mushrooms, spinach, tuna and salami on a crispy thin base, quick frozen. Wonderful. You can pause the video to read that for yourself, but I do not really want to get into it because I will now preheat the oven to 220 degrees and get this baked. And here we are with the pizza ready and already sliced. Wonderful, isn't it? So first off, they do not really seem to care about the picture that they are portraying on the box. You know, a nicely quartered out topping setup. We've got kind of a quarter, well, a decent quarter of tuna. The salami is all over the place. The mushrooms are quite condensed, and the spinach is on, well, almost a fifth of the pizza, not on a quarter. That's quite odd in the looks department. On the bottom of the pizza, you know, we've got a nice, looks to be like a nice average dough, nothing special in that regard. And overall, I don't know, it doesn't look as advertised, that's for sure. But now I will try each and every section of this thing all by itself, and let's see how that goes. There we go. Got the mushroom piece. Bit of a mushy texture in the dough department, whereas here we've got a nice crusty, crispy crust. So the mushroom department seems to be just fine, although it's a bit soggy, which is weird because I expected the spinach part to be a bit more soggy and the tuna part, but not the mushroom part. Either way, it's all right. Mushrooms taste fine, standard, nothing special. Here we've got the salami slice, and I'm going to taste that as well. I like that salami, but it tastes less like an Italian salami, but more like a Germanized version of that. A bit more spicy in the spice department, where I do not expect spices in regards to Italian cuisine. It's not bad at all, but it doesn't taste all that Italian. And now for the crispy crust. the salami part quite well, yeah, quite good. I do like that. Now for the tuna part. I love tuna, but my digestive system doesn't really like it all that much, so I'm bound to limit my consummation, my consumerism of tuna products. There's something to note though, they say so on the package, is that they apparently only use a certain kind of tuna that is not endangered, which is good. I like that. That's also a part that I do not really like about tuna and fish in general, that many of the stocks that are out there are just overfished and they just become extinct. That's not a good thing. A quick hint to the Japanese, killing all those whales. Good job, buddies. I mean, I like you, but please stop. and beating dolphins to death on a beach isn't really all that great either. To the tuna. Okay, well, here I'm positively surprised. You always get that tuna onion mix on those tuna pizzas. And I'm not used to the Dr. Oetker one. I usually, I used to almost solely rely on Wagner pizza. But this tuna mix right here, that's really good. I expected something of lower taste quality, I guess. So I'm pleased with that. Really am. It's quite nice. Yeah, that's really good. I do like that. Well done, well done. Unexpected greatness. This is how I like greatness the most. And now for the part that I usually really enjoy, the spinach part. I mean, Aldi had a spinach pizza quite a few years ago, which was just the best one in the world. They were better than Wagner, better than Dr. Oetker, better than everything, because it wasn't as oily as many of the spinach pizzas are. But they changed the I don't know, production facility or just the regular company that makes them, and since then it has really gone downhill. But this right here looks good. It's a good size good portion of spinach on here. Although they really could have just spread this out a bit more and make it a full quarter. I mean, that's the quarter that should be covered with spinach, and as you can see, it isn't. Get some more light in there. Let's taste that. I am pleasantly surprised. This is, yeah, it's really good. I can actually taste a bit of the kind of reddish tomatoey goodness on there, and the spinach has just got the right amount of stem to leaf ratio. I like a bit of stem in my spinach, not just the leaves purely. And overall, it is a nice amount on here. It's quite good. At first I thought it was too much and it would just make everything soggy, but it's holding up well. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a half spinach, half tuna, or half spinach, half salami pizza with that kind of setup. It's really, really good. Okay, let's finish this off and get to a conclusion. I mean, 8 minutes 57 on this tape. The first tape is, of course, the first section where I just showed you the carton, so a bit of high-level editing involved. Okay, so the Dr. Oetker Ristorante Pizza Quattro Stagioni. The good points are tuna, pleasantly surprised, spinach, pleasantly surprised, salami. I'd like to have a different salami on there, just my personal taste. Overall though it's okay. The mushroom parts, I guess it's alright, but it could have been a bit more spread out. And I do not see why for a review I should manually, arrange everything, rearrange everything, like it should be like that from the factory. So I just took this out of the plastic and threw it into the oven, just so that we can see what it actually looks like. So they definitely have to work on getting things placed properly on the pizza. That's a big minus, because the Quattro Stagioni really lives off of that 4 seasons of the year. I mean, that's really what it means. And like this, it's not really it. I mean, look at this. We've got almost 4/8, and you only can see half of the stuff that should be on there, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Still, I enjoyed a lot of things of this pizza. The pizza crust is really nice on these bottom parts right here. Here on the spinach one, it's a bit more soggy. On the spinach one, it's on the mushroom part, it's a bit more soggy. On the spinach part, it's quite alright. And overall, I would give this a 5 would be an average pizza. It's certainly well above that. I'll give this a 7 out of 10. It really needs some work on the placement. It needs some work in that regard, yeah, they have to fulfill the theme that it is supposed to represent, and therefore a 7 out of 10. Still, I will maybe buy this again and see if they have improved on that in a couple of months. You have been watching Ice Cream Gecko. Thank you very much, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, goodbye.